Hello, welcome to another reaction. Today we're doing Boomtown, because I was on set for some of it anyway. Just to let you know, there's a bonus afterwards. I saw a tiny bit of Aliens of London being shot, so I'm kind of reacting to that afterwards. Okay, let's get on. This took quite a few takes for some reason. I saw them filming this bit from the outside. I'm just there. I was moved out of shot. And they filmed this at the same time, on location, obviously. And very fast, so they must have just done like 2 angles. It looks like 3 angles, at least. But they did it really quick. They went inside, they stood there, and I thought they only did like 2 takes. Also, I saw the call sheet and I saw something about Mickey in a bin, which of course is the scene coming up. But yeah, that walking in scene, I know, I mean, if you look at the video I did, they definitely did quite a few takes. It might have been like 4 or 5. And they did 1 or 2 rehearsals before as well. So it's not like they just turned up, plonked a camera down and said, walk in. It was really, there's a lot more to it than that. Even for what looks like such a simple shot. Do you know, I don't remember that shot. I don't remember being told to clear right off. I certainly remember this, and I've got footage of it. Again, they did this a few times, and it was, oh my God, it was so cold. You've got no idea how cold it was. I was almost the coldest I've ever been. Probably didn't help that I hadn't bought enough stuff. And that wind, you can see it, because they're right next to the sea. And that wind was just, it chilled. It went right through your clothes. It was interesting watching them set up camera between shots. I could see the monitor, and again, I've got footage of that. And just seeing how, you know, I'd look up and look at what was happening, and it was just 2 people talking a bit away. And then I'd look at the monitor, and there'd be like this close-up on Billy's face. And it was quite different watching the monitor compared to watching what I was seeing. And I wasn't far away, probably, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8 meters, whatever. But it just looked so different on the screen. It was a very quiet night, very dead. There was no one around. And I'm pretty sure I wandered off to get some food and eat and get warm. And by the time I came back, I think all those scenes had been done. I definitely saw that, and I've got footage of this. Of course, I had no idea who she was. And I've got a piece of that glass somewhere in there. I should have got it out, shouldn't I? And I saw all that being filmed. I think I've got footage of this. So, yeah. The bit with all the glass falling down and so on, that was 1 take. Again, this was probably done with 2 cameras, because I didn't see a camera up on high, and I don't imagine they would have come back just to do that shot for a second night. I've got this really bad. I mean, until I played with the grading, all you could see was the lights flashing, but I managed to grade it up so you can see something. It was very dark, and those cameras were really sensitive. Now obviously the cracks weren't there, he was just running. I'm not an expert, but isn't she running the wrong way? I know that I arrived late that day. They'd already been filming for a little while, and I know that I missed a bit because of dinner, but the amount of footage that was shot that's in this would only amount to maybe 90 seconds from a whole day's shoot, and they started at like midday and went through to about midnight, if I remember correctly. It was a long day. And various actors would come on and then disappear for hours and then come back. And now it's afterwards. So let's react to the bits of Aliens of London. Just 2 bits, I think. That's got to be stock footage. Don't think they can afford those crowds. Okay, I was standing behind the camera when they shot this. They had to shut off the street, and they had, I think, a police car and an ambulance going across. But I remember there were buses going across, and they had a lot of trouble with the buses. The moment they disappeared from view over the bridge, they were in a real hurry by that point. That boat was waiting for quite a long time over the other side of the river, and this bit was shot pretty quick. Full credit to the actor. I think they might have done just 1 or 2 takes, and everyone was on their radios trying to speak to the boat, and you know, it was a lot of coordination going on. Full credit to the actor, because he really just did it, and he'd been waiting. They ran slightly over doing the previous scene for Rose. And there's another bit coming up. This is a scene from World War III, technically, so here we go.
Look, I better go see if I can help. Hello?
This is the bit. I'm pretty sure I've got that from another angle. I remember her running up the road. I had no idea who she was or what she was doing. It looked bizarre because they'd shut down all the traffic at about 6 a.m. on, I think, it must have been a Tuesday morning. And those cars in the background, they are genuine. They were passers-by, stopped. I'm pretty sure this was shot on the footpath and there was traffic going past. Don't know if that was shot before or after. I think they were waiting to shut down the road for the traffic, and once that was done they could relax a bit. And that's it. They're the 2 bits that I saw. So join me for the next one. That'll be very short as well, but I think that's the way it should be. If I'm going to do a reaction of something, it should really be something I haven't seen before. That's my opinion anyway. And there isn't a lot of that with Doctor Who, given that many episodes I know every line backwards. So, all right, thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next time.